The start of the first race of the weekend on a dry track surface with Mathieu Legrive jumping into the lead. The number 60 Suzuki leads from David Perret and Hugo Marchand, but before the end of the opening lap there's a leader change. And it's David Perret who takes P1 while Legrive has dropped down to third. But the battle for the lead isn't over, and less than a full lap later it's Hugo Marchand's turn at the front of the Supersport race. But the Dark Dog Academy rider doesn't stay at the top of the order for very long. Marchand went down in the S's before completing lap 3. And so Perret moves back into command of the race, but just a moment or two later rain begins to fall, and after a few off-circuit excursions the race stewards decide to show the red flag. The field made its way back to the pits, and while most went for wet weather rubber, some took their chance and stayed on slicks. It turned out to be a strategic error when the restart was given and the rain began to fall much harder. Olivier Faure, Mathieu Andrieu and Lionel Braun all had to come back into the pits. And as was the case at the start of the race, Mathieu Legrive leads into the first corner ahead of Gilles Lefort and Le Grel. The second half of the race seemed to be calmer than the first, but on the third lap Mathieu Gilles goes straight off and drops 4 positions. Greg Lefort reclaims second ahead of Sébastien Le Grel. Then it's Pelesso and Braun, while Gilles tries to rejoin the lead group. A few corners later, he's back with the leaders. Riding off the back of Briand, Gilles moved up to third, just until he was repassed by the number 12 bike on the penultimate lap of the race. But once again, the GMT rider was unlucky when he went down on the final corner, crossing the finish line in third, behind Le Grel and Legrive. Adding the two halves of the race together, the win went to Legrive ahead of Gilles and Le Grel.